Right, I think that was the last of the boundary fences cleared, no problem. Ah, there they are. Hello there.
I am Alicia, keeper of the penal colony of Entra. I trust you had a smooth landing.
Oh yes, very smooth, thank you. Ah, there she is. Hello, Marina. Finally had enough martial arts training with the entrance. I'm not sure how I feel about you in red.
It's your nature to be discontent, to cause trouble.
Oh no, not at all. I'm very grateful to you for looking after her for me.
Well, it would have been such a waste.
Yes. Right, well, we'd best be off then. Come along, Marina.
Why should you wish to rush from my presence? Stay with me, and you will experience undreamed of pleasure.
Ah, yes, well, I wonder what you could mean by that, eh?
What is there to wonder about?
Why do I get the sense that my remaining alive depends on the next words out of my mouth?
Remaining alive is dependent on your entertainment quotient.
Entertainment? Oh, well, if it's entertainment you want, I'm the man to see.
There is justice when one earns it.
Yes, and I think I know just how I can earn it. Elysia, would you do me the very great honour of pressing the button on the randomiser today?
To deny you that would be to deny you the freedom of speech, would it not?
That's it, thank you.
We have refreshments waiting.
Oh, well, why didn't you say? Oh, well, that puts quite a different complexion on things.
What choice would you have made?
I'm not sure. Right, let's see what we've got today. Oh, okay. Well, today's episode is from Four Feather Falls. It can't always be high action and adventure, you know.
Oh, no, of course not. I do understand.
Yes, but maybe we will get some excitement as we watch Dusty Becomes Deputy.
How fortunate that you never cease to amuse me.
The four feathers on this hat are magic. They enable Tex Tucker's dog and horse to speak, and his guns to fire without him even touching them. And now, another exciting adventure from Four Feather Falls.
Well, here we are, back in Four Feather Falls already. We were only here. It doesn't feel like it was too long ago. It was in fact 6 weeks. So, you know, time feels odd on the randomiser. I don't know why I said that. It's quite early in the morning as I record this. Anyway, I'm always glad to see more Four Feather Falls episodes come up on the randomiser. I don't feel the show gets enough love. I so hope it gets a Blu-ray release sometime this century. And what do we have today? Dusty Becomes Deputy. Wasn't he already deputy? If not, he should be, because he's one of the more sensible people in the town. Let's find out. This is episode 8, at least in the order that I have them on my hard drive here. And very trustworthy and not at all suspicious character has wandered into the bank.
$5,000 in gold there, Mr. Jackson.
And that's not a suspicious amount to deposit.
Safe with you till I move on to St. Louis.
Well, my. You sure hit it rich, Bill.
Yep.
And this is quite early on in the show's run. As I said, it's episode 8, and it's at that point where some of the regular puppets aren't quite there yet, and you can see that in Mr. Jackson's eyes. He looks like...
Your gold will be safe enough with me.
Well, he's got eye bags and eyelids that I'm not sure he always had.
Well, so long.
He rather looks startled.
Thanks.
Anyway, 5,000 in gold
So long, Bill.
has been deposited at the bank.
Why don't we rob Bill Asher of his gold before he take it into the bank?
Yeah, that would have made sense. Our two favourite amigos
You know he got gold.
are on the case of the gold deposit.
No.
Fernando, you gotta have brains. I got the brains. It's all figured out.
I'm the brains, you're the looks. Oh, here we go. Dusty is sitting in on, Tex performing the Rig-a-Rig-Rackety Train.
They built a tiny...
And this is a song where there's one episode where you actually see the train. Actually, there's probably several, but the one I'm thinking of, they show the fireman that Tex mentions, and something very funny happens when they show him. I won't spoil it because I want to save it for when we eventually get there.
It goes choo-choo.
Boop, boop. Yeah, as this is a very early episode, it looks like we're just confined to Tex's office for this song.
It's the funny little rig-a-rig.
I suppose in the early days that's all you could really expect, and then as the show progresses, they find more imaginative ways to convey the songs, like seeing the train, or indeed, Dusty's dancing on the desk, or seeing Tex singing in the bath.
There's a funny old fireman.
Rocky was at the window there as well, joining in on the song.
Along the track it
Goes choo-choo, rick-a-rackety choo-choo, right across the plain, choo-choo. It's the funny little rick-a-rick-a-rackety train. The rick-a-rick-a-rackety train, yes, the rick-a-rick-a-rackety train.
Gee, Tex, that was mighty nice.
I haven't finished yet. The music's still playing, technically.
Come on, Dusty. Let's lock up and go eat.
Ooh. We got any sheriffing to do around these parts today, boss?
Kind of quiet tonight, ain't it, Rocky?
I guess not.
We was gonna have a storm.
Oh dear, I do hope not. If there's one thing I dislike, it's
Oh, it's the theme tune.
lightning. Oh, goodness.
Oh, briefly,
I think
I heard the piano, the opening of the theme tune. Is there another episode of Four Feather Falls starting down the street? Is Tex's clone down there waiting to be shot at?
Dusty, look. That's no lightning.
Oh, no.
That's a prairie fire.
That's a fire very much on the set of the model town there. Or the puppet scale town, I should say.
You stay here. I'm gonna round up some of the boys and get out there just as quick as I can.
But you can't go without me.
A fire ain't no place for you, Dusty.
But boss,
There's nothing you can do there, old-timer.
Oh.
Anyway, with all that gold in the bank, somebody's gonna be in charge while I'm gone.
And I'm sure nobody in town will think it's suspicious if I leave you in charge.
Oh, Dusty,
yes, boss.
seeing as how you're gonna look after things for me,
Here it comes.
I hereby appoint you to be Deputy Sheriff of Four Feather Falls.
Yes! Finally!
Gee, thanks, boss.
Oh,
Keep the peace while you're gone.
of course he will. I have utmost faith in his capabilities. That noise you can hear is him banging his nose against the cord of the blinds over the window in the office, because he's that bored already.
Doggone it. If that no-good yellow-livered polecat is here, he's sure up to no good.
Yes, so now we see Pedro's plan, which was to start the fire, and while Tex and the boys are out dealing with it, he and Fernando sneak into town and get the gold.
All right, you got a brains. But we don't got a shack anymore.
All right. So, we're burning the shack, huh?
How many... wasn't it the last time we saw them, the roof of their shack caved in? Now they've
They started the fire.
destroyed it
What are
completely
you out of town?
in order to get gold,
That bill's gold.
with which they could presumably buy more shacks to later destroy. That's making my head hurt. Anyway, Dusty is on the case, as you might expect. He's a very good boy.
Gotta do something. I'm the deputy.
Yeah,
Supposed to keep the peace.
yeah.
Oh, the boss. That's it. I gotta go after him. I gotta warn him.
Well, everything's under control now, Rocky. I guess we'll be heading for home.
Oh, this is interesting. There's a smoke overlay on the puppet footage here, rather than actual smoke on the puppet set. You can tell it's not really there because as the camera was moving up and down, following Rocky's head movements there, the smoke wasn't moving with it.
I still can't figure it. How come the shack burned down and no sign of Pedro and Fernando?
Well, I guess they're dead.
Oh, we sure lost a beauty sleep tonight, old-timer.
Oh, no!
And Dusty'll have hit the hay long ago.
Oh, no. Tex put his hat in the tree, and as he retrieved his hat, one of the magic feathers fell out.
Gotta get to the boss.
And I bet you, that's going to be the one that helps him understand what Dusty is saying.
We're gonna be rich.
What's the first thing you are going to do with all that money?
Or buy another shack.
The first thing I gonna do, I gonna buy me a new hat, huh?
Oh, new hat, always new hat. We're also, Pedro and Fernando are standing by their horses, and both horses have got their bottoms to the camera. One keeps lifting its tail. If you've spent any time around horses, you know that's not a good sign. But nice that they went to the effort of stringing up the horse's tail.
Did you hear that, Rocky?
Sounds like Dusty.
Something must have happened.
There he is. I love the way Dusty walks. I think in the world of unconvincing Super Marionation puppet walks, they don't come any more unconvincing than Dusty, and it's totally adorable. Oh, that's it, yeah.
Dusty, don't get so excited.
That was the feather that he lost.
Saying.
Which kind of begs the question, you know...
What's the matter?
We heard Dusty talking in town while Tex and the others were out of town. Is there like a range on these things, or...
Okay, you're right, it's gone.
I guess it's just so long as they're in Tex's hat. That's all that matters. Ooh. Well, we found it. Yay! Dusty found it. He's a good dog. He's got a very thin neck, though. Oh.
What is it, Dusty? Now tell me.
Pedro, Fernando, they started the fire to get you out of town.
Gently, Dusty.
You gotta do something, boss. You gotta...
He's going as quickly as he can while still maintaining concise detail and precise diction there. And Pedro and Fernando very slowly making their way towards the bank. I thought when Tex said he will round up some of the boys to help put out the fire, I thought that would be people like Dan Morse and Slim Jim. Nobody else seems to be involved except him and Rocky.
It's Pedro. You come out and bring the gold, or we bust the place wide open.
With our horses' faces. Yes, some more very derpy horses that look like they've,
Mr. Jackson!
Well...
You want us to come in and get you?
One day I'm going to set up a gallery of Forth of the Falls horse faces.
Why you have to...
They're quite spectacularly,
No, don't shoot, Pedro.
dopey looking.
No, don't shoot. No, Mr. Jackson.
Oh, this guy's back.
Don't let him get my gold. Don't let him get my gold.
What do you mean?
Don't do that thing that I
Be
say.
my gold now.
5 long years I worked to get that gold, and you ain't gonna take it away from me.
This formerly trustworthy looking character has now got a knife. Very slowly advancing on Pedro. Everyone's doing everything very slowly this week.
I ain't gonna let you take that gold, Pedro. You'll have to kill me first.
Certainly, senor. Anything you say.
Oh, he's so obliging. This guy just keeps slowly walking. Oh, of course, Tex is back in town.
Tex Tucker.
I warned you to keep out of this town, didn't I?
Yeah.
Seems now I'll have to teach you a lesson.
That you'll absolutely certainly learn from, and I'll never have any trouble with you ever again.
Don't do it.
Oh, here it comes. Hat time.
I ain't got many hats left.
I called it. That's it. Shoot the hat. Oh.
You were only fooling, Sheriff, huh?
Very narrowly missed shooting Pedro's brains out there.
My beautiful hat after all. Muchas gracias, Sheriff. Pedro will not bother you again.
Ah, so, a happy ending for Pedro in that he only lost the top half of his hat. He didn't lose the whole thing. And that was Dusty Becomes Deputy. Well, for a title, Dusty Becomes Deputy, I was kind of hoping we might get more of a focus on Dusty, perhaps with a scene at the end saying, well, old-timer, you really came through for us there and really saved the day. But no, it didn't seem to be particularly Dusty-focused, unfortunately, which is a shame because that is a character that I really like. And yes, you can hear in the background a bird. That's Silver. As this episode wasn't going to be very long, I didn't do anything to silence him or move him. But you can tell he's got some strong feelings on this episode as well. So a thoroughly, average episode of Four Feather Falls. Kind of wanted a bit more Dusty action, really. It seemed like a shame that he didn't get more to do at the end there, unfortunately. Yes, I'm telling them!